So here's my first video, what I'm about to do with this new channel. And really this is an old channel and it's been demonetized multiple times. Ads are still running on the videos. YouTube is taking 100% of the money. Even though they're claiming that I have reused videos when I travel and I make 100% of my videos. I edit my videos, UCut, CapCut, Premiere, Photoshop. I've shown them this. And I do understand that anybody can type a prompt and get a video using AI, faceless channels. I understand what low effort content is. As someone that's been on YouTube since 2012, I understand that the landscape of social media, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, you name it, is different. With that understanding, I also understand that YouTube must use AI in order to track the probably billions of uploads they probably get a day. I don't know if it's a billion, but manually looking at channels, or should I say not manually looking at channels and taking creators' money based on an AI algorithm, and you could be talking about hundreds of dollars, you could be talking about thousands or 10,000s of dollars. Now I've seen a lot of creators feedback and remarks and being upset. You know, greed is a sin, and when you look at every sin, it's basically the lack of balance within it, and it all goes back to greed and selfishness. This is America. It starts from the top. You can look at the commander in chief, and it's a snowball effect, and it goes downwards. 1 hour ago, YouTube said that they're changing their monetization requirements from 4,000 hours to 8,000 hours, even though the last time they had a monetization change, it was more inclusive. And you could have 500 subscribers, and they relaxed some of those barriers of entry into the YPP, which is the YouTube Partner Program. I can only speak for my videos. In the comments, you can speak for your own. If my videos were good 2014, 2016, 2018, and there are other creators coming into the platform offering this low value content, penalizing someone instead of grandfathering someone in, or coding your AI to look at it from this point, is less than fair. But life isn't fair, so let's not go with the fair opportunity. YouTube has the monopoly. As long as we get on here and create, as long as people get on here and watch, they'll have the monopoly. What's happening is similar to furloughs and layoffs. we don't know behind the scenes what YouTube is going through lawsuit wise, or and we say YouTube and Google, but I'm assuming they have different cost centers, and Google AdSense is different than the money and the revenue that YouTube brings in. That's why they separate AdSense for YouTube and just the regular Google AdSense for websites. Now, I understand it as greed. All of my friends that I talk to and family, you make them money. Why would they take you off, right? While I say they can get 60% of my money, 40% of my whatever they're charging right now, or they could just say, hey, you did really good this month. We don't want to pay you. You're ineligible for whatever reason. Say that they're going to do a human review, make me do the video appeal, and reject that as well. Give no substance, don't substantiate it at all, and chalk it up to, hey, you got to wait 3 months. And this is a furlough. The videos are still up. So as a creator, you have an opportunity. Do you want to keep posting knowing that you cannot make any money, and knowing that they can still run ads on the videos? And that was something that came out a while ago. YouTube saying that, hey, even if you elect to not have ads on there, since you upload it to our platform, we reserve the right to run ads on your channel, even if you're not monetized, or even if you don't desire to have the ads run on there. And I've heard that a lot of, I guess, big sponsors and advertisers have pulled out. I've heard where these different creators had sponsorships and they've had their videos taken down due to strikes, reuse, or whatever new rule that YouTube wants to make up today, tomorrow, effective this moment. And those advertising companies were mad at the creators because they had the contract with the creators. The creators said, I didn't take the video down. I did what I usually do. YouTube has a new rule. And so these advertisers, they just pull out of YouTube altogether because they're paying the creators, and then they're paying for ads to be run on YouTube through the Google AdSense account. Now, from a creator to an advertiser, obviously the biggest thing we could do is start our own website, get our own people, and go to the website. But people are sheeple, and they want it all in one spot. That's why you have Amazon, and Walmart, Google, ChatGPT, right? We don't want to go find, or Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it is, right? And this is not me trying to challenge anybody to support, artists directly, or buy music instead of stream, or whatever. Go to people's website and sign up for this, right? You're getting this stuff for free. You don't mind seeing the ads. It's hard to have for you as well. So we need to go back to work because you working a 9 to 5. We need to work a 9 to 5 too. I haven't been posting. I don't. So it takes me money and time to create a piece of content. So if you have a 9 to 5, just say that you had to pay to work. Essentially, I have to pay to create a piece of work. I have to travel, and I have to use my expertise and my mind as a service. And I take that, and then I upload it, and I hope that you all watch it. And when you all watch it, they put ads on it. I make money. So imagine you doing all of that at your 9 to 5. You're paying to work. You're traveling, and you're doing all this on faith, right? Faith in yourself, faith in the service that you provide, and you're still hoping at the end of the day that people see its value and watch. Because if y'all don't watch, we don't get paid. And imagine you do all of that and you succeed, just for your company to be like, hey, we just changed the rule effective like right now. And yeah, because you didn't do this, which you've been doing the entire time you've been working for us, 10 odd years or whatever it is, we're just not going to pay you going forward. And we're not going to tell you exactly what you did wrong, but somewhere in there, we hire different people paying more money um, to look at your stuff. We have these AI systems, and you won't get paid. Um, we're not going to tell you what you did wrong, because if we tell you, we're going to circumvent it, and we're going to leave a vague general rule out there, and it's because of this new world's AI, and we don't really fully understand how to mitigate this yet. But we're going to penalize you, because this is what we came up with right now. So now you have all these creators getting strikes, reused, demonetized, and now by February 1st, 27, whatever, you have to have 8,000 hours of watch time. Once again, because YouTube right now is getting 1 billion hours of views daily. What does that have to do with me and what I've created? Good for you, YouTube. You've seen Netflix. Something might happen in the world that might drop. Are you still gonna drop? So the whole thing is like, hey, this is the way of the world. So we're gonna, in short, all you're really doing is penalizing creators, right? You're not gonna penalize the people that are coming to watch, and they're probably just like, hey, as long as people are being born, or maybe they just tired of older creators and they want new creators to come in, they're gonna post. Somebody's gonna post. It doesn't matter how difficult we make this, people are gonna come to YouTube over Twitch or Kick or Vimeo, whatever, right? And people are going to upload videos. Just a possibility to make money, whether they have 9 to 5, whether they do this full time. I saw somebody saying, "Hey, if you have a hobby DJing, don't DJ for $50 or $100 when it's full time. People that make a living doing that. You're undercutting the people for your hobby." And though anybody can get on YouTube, and it's all fair game, right? Um, you know, when you make inauthentic content, it's making it harder for us. When you support the big conglomerate brand and you hear all these creators saying that they're not paying us to do that, Uber, Lyft, it's happening everywhere, right? They're taking more money. But this is straight up like I would say a furlough or a layoff in corporate America, and they're not about to pay you for your past work. And if you hit any bonuses this year and you were promised those, you're not getting any of those. So I just want to give you an in-depth understanding, high level as well. It's not a complaint. This is just like what's happening right now. I'm gonna do a few more videos like this as I wrap my head around. Just I like to look at things from physical, spiritual, and logical. Um, Physically, the only thing that this changes is they just take more of our money. How they take your money? Ads are still up. They're just saying we're demonetizing you. Ads are there. Money is still being generated. What bank account does that money go into when it doesn't go into mine? Because if I didn't spend the money and the time and the effort and the expertise to create that content, it wouldn't be up on YouTube right now. And if it wasn't up on YouTube right now, that video couldn't make the money. Now, that video might be the anchor when it got somebody on YouTube to look at all the other videos. But YouTube is going to see it like, oh well, we got the monopoly. What you want? Somebody's going to post on here. Kick rocks. Go do your own thing. So anyway, 8,000 hours you'll need until starting February 1st, 2027. And yeah, you better get your $4,000 before 2027. Or good luck, good riddance. Um, and when you do, just know that waiting at the end on your biggest month, they're gonna hit you with reuse, and they are gonna say that it's inauthentic or it's low value, and then you'll be right here. But until then, post, get your money, collect your $1,000, $2,000 checks. Once you really hit it big, you better be ready. You better be ready. You better start mobilizing your fans, somehow get an email list or something, because that's what it's gonna come down to. There's no support. There's no human review. They're gonna tell you it's a human review, and you're still gonna have 0 views on your unlisted video, and they're gonna say that they can check it on the back end, but you know it's real. Support.google.com. They might as well be a robot. All they're doing is copy and pasting. And tell you to go read some links like this is school. Good luck out there, because you're gonna need it. Make sure you keep your resumes updated.